Oscar De La Hoya rips his former fighter Canelo payday. Roll the clip.
Hey, what's up, guys? Canelo Charlo, super boring fight. He just showed up for a paycheck. Canelo, obviously, like I said, on quicksand, throwing bombs. He won easy. But anyway, look, if we want boxing to survive, if we want boxing to thrive, we need super fights, like all the time. Fighters must fight each other. We have to come together. Promoters, Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman, Bob Arum, whoever's out there, let's come together. I'm calling you out. Let's come together. Let's meet the power of the minds and come up with something, because boxing can die. I'm calling you all out. Let's do this. And plus, don't miss Zurdo Ramirez and Smith live on the Zone this Saturday at the Cosmo.
Now, the shameless plug at the end was funny to me. He randomly just threw in Zurdo Ramirez return fight. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Subscribe. It's free. Now, that was Oscar De La Hoya. He took shots pretty much at his former fighter, Canelo Alvarez, and he says the fight was boring. And I got to agree with that aspect of it. I do think Jermell Charlo did not deliver. I personally didn't expect much, so I wasn't as sad or offended as other people. However, it just simply put, it did not deliver as a fight. It was not a good fight. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the main event. I didn't enjoy the co-main event with Jesus Ramos and Lubin. It just, they weren't scintillating fights. There were no spills or thrills. Even like Canelo got a knockdown, yes, but it wasn't this like eye-catching, crazy knockdown. It was more, he threw this looping overhand right shot. It was a nice shot. It was a peach of a shot that Canelo threw. He landed it on his opponent, and then he started to come back with, I think he tried to shoot the uppie, and Jermell Charlo made kind of a business decision, like, okay, this onslaught a little bit too much right now. And he did the smart thing, bigger person, stronger person, and he took a knee. And then he regained his senses. He did pretty good, all things considered, in the rest of the round, given the fact that he was just dropped and hurt, and he was at a weight disadvantage. But all in all, I agree with Oscar De La Hoya about the fight not delivering. It just wasn't the best. And I've literally said this about Canelo Alvarez fights, where it doesn't matter, DAZN, this fight on PBC, somehow, some way, I feel like Canelo events have been lackluster, and they never really rise to the occasion and almost exceed expectations. Like, I understand some people say Canelo's the face of boxing. I understand that Canelo is popular, but my question to you is, out of all of boxing, when do you reach that level of satiety and you have full satisfaction from watching a Canelo event, especially comparatively speaking to other fights that are out, like Boots Ennis versus Villa, fights like that, where it's just an awesome fight, even though a guy's losing. See, if Jermell Charlo lost in this fashion, I don't think people would be mad and angry and stuff like that. But it's the way Jermell Charlo, there was zero resistance. Villa, he's a G. Like, Villa just went out on his shield. And I think Jermell, he had to have known that this was a possibility. And you sign on the dotted line, you want to move up all this weight, you want to fight with inactivity off of a year-plus layoff, you want to fight without testing out your hand. All these decisions you made, and you got paid well for it, but it hurt the brand in the end. And now you have people like myself that didn't enjoy it. Obviously, Oscar De La Hoya, he's saying we got to save boxing and the fight was boring, and he's ripping the fight. And I seen a lot of people. I seen, like, the reason why I got to stress it so much is because anytime this happens, it's a black eye to boxing, because you have casuals that don't know about boxing, and then they'll come out and say, this is why people are moving to the UFC, and this is why the UFC is better, and the UFC prelims are better than boxing main events. And it's stupid because this is not an active representation of the sport of boxing, this one fight. But seeing how Canelo has a base and a fan base, it gets a lot of eyes on the sport, and people tune in only to be disappointed with the event. Like, how could you have liked the fight with Avni Yildirim? Like, honestly, or the Caleb Smith fight. The Caleb Smith fight looked almost the same. And I think a lot of this has to do with Canelo, because Canelo is picking certain people. He's picking and having certain things that are tainting the fight with weight stipulation, clauses, quick turnarounds, and these types of things. And he's not fighting some of the fights that people want to see. If you fought Bivol based on the first fight that we watched with Canelo and Bivol, it's hard for me to believe that Bivol would have looked like the 154 pounder Jermell Charlo that you just fought, and Bivol would have just went out, not go out on his shield. Bivol's a bigger guy, and he already knows he can beat you because he handily beat you. So why on earth would a Bivol rematch look like that? The reason that fight looked like that is because you're fighting a 154 pounder, and the 154 pounder felt the smoke and or whatever other reasons. Canelo, he did have a good game plan and asserted himself. It looked like he had a good camp, but that's why that fight looked like that. A David Morrell fight wouldn't look like that. David Benavidez fight or Andrade fight wouldn't look like that. But these are the guys that you're not fighting. And it just does give a black eye to the sport of boxing when people think this is what boxing's about, because you're choosing a 54 pounder and then he gets in there and then he gets gun shy. And then people are like, oh, I paid all this money for this. I went out and got dressed up for this. And that's what I don't like about it. So I agree with Oscar De La Hoya there. As far as the save boxing and all that, I don't know what he's talking about with that. He's on his own. Al Heyman and PBC have been putting out fire outside of this Canelo fight. Majority of the fights have actually lived up. Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, fights with Tank Davis. All these fights have delivered. So it's hard to say that Canelo is the face of boxing over Gervonta Davis, because at the end of it, Tank is electrifying. Like, it goes without saying. I need y'all in the comment section to put right or wrong. Just hear me out. Listen to what I'm about to say. Tank is putting on electrifying performances, dramatic fights, and better events. So from the build-up to the actual fight, it delivers. Tank versus Hector Luis Garcia, Tank versus Ryan Garcia, Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz, and so on and so forth. When you watch the fight, like when I watch the Leo Santa Cruz fight and I see the dramatic ending, everybody's out of their seats. Twitter's going crazy. X is going crazy. Instagram's going crazy. A ton of reposts. Everybody's talking about it. When is the last time Canelo Alvarez has done that? So it's hard to dispute what Oscar is saying in terms of the fight not delivering and being boring. Let me know what you guys think. I am the best in the business. So if you want your boxing news, I'm the best to do it. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. And I'm introducing Super Thanks right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work.